So in this lesson, we will review for the final test. Dun, dun, dun. So now is the time to really take notes, ask questions, and practice just a little bit every day. If you can practice for just 10-15 minutes a day, I think you'll be prepared for the test. Okay? So again, homework is lesson 14, and then start for the final. All right, so most of this test is going to be about the past tense. So I would say if you're not sure where to start studying the past tense. Start studying simple past and the past continuous. Sorry, there's a fire truck going by. Okay, we're good. So it says write questions for your classmates with these verbs, then write a sentence in the past tense. So here's what I want you to do. First, let's just review the verbs. And then I want you each to write 3 questions in the past tense using one of the verbs from the list. Does that make sense?
3 questions with any of those words.
Say that one more time.
3 questions with any of those words.
Exactly. So 3 questions, all of them in the past tense with any of those words. You got it.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go through them. Carla, what is here in the past tense?
Heard.
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 Good. Marielle, what is keep in the past tense?
Kept.
Jenny, no.
New.
Is that the same one you got last time? Oh no, I tried to make it different. Oh well. Carla, lose in the past tense.
Lost.
Marielle, rise.
Rose.
Jenny, run.
Run.
Carla, see.
Saw.
And Marielle, sell.
Sold.
Okay, so each of you will write 3 questions in the past tense using one of these words. Okay? And when you're ready, or if you have questions, let me know. Okay.
I'm ready.
Think I'm ready.
Are we ready? Almost?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Who would like to go first?
Carla.
Okay. Oh, you're volunteering, Carla. You can't volunteer, Carla. Jenny, you'll go first. So Jenny, what about this? Jenny, ask Carla a question.
Carla, did you sell your house?
So do you want we write questions or sentences?
So you will write the answer to her question to practice.
Sorry, teacher, can you repeat, please?
So I want you to write your answer to the question to practice in the past tense.
For
Yeah.
which question?
For the
Did you
question that Jenny asked you.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, are you talking about in your book?
Yeah.
In your book, you can write the answers for the questions that you write. That's fine. For now, we're just going to practice answering each other's question. So if you want to write it to practice, you can, but you don't have to. Does that make sense, Carla?
Because what I did is, example, say when I was kid, I heard many histories, but it's not a question. It's just sentence.
Right. So
Using
that
the
was what we were doing. Was we were writing questions right now. So I asked you to each write 3 questions in the past tense with the verbs on the screen. Do you see those words?
Okay, so I was confused because I did it, but no questions. I just write the sentences without
Well,
no
so
questions.
you did the exercise in the book, but I'm not doing the exercise in the book. I'm doing a different exercise.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? So right now we're just doing questions in the past tense. So the idea is write 3 questions in the past tense using the verbs on the screen. And so
Okay.
Jenny's question for you, Jenny, can you repeat your question?
Did you sell your house?
So the question is, did you sell your house?
Yes, I sold my house last week.
And so that's where we need to use the past tense of the verb, right? So yes, I sold my house last week. So now, Carla, can you ask Marielle a question in the past tense? Using one of
Yes.
these verbs?
Yes. Marielle, did you run 5 miles? How you say, teacher, at the gym or in the gym?
At the gym. Yeah, at the gym.
At the gym?
No, I don't. I don't run 5 miles at the gym. I run.
But it's in the past tense, remember? So instead of don't, what would we say?
I didn't. Sorry.
Aha, good.
No, I didn't run 5 miles at the gym. I run 2 miles only.
So I ran 2 miles.
And you have to say, teacher, I did run. Oh,
So
yes,
not with the positive form, only with the negative form. So
Okay.
we use did in the negative and with questions. But in the positive, we just use the verb, right? So we can say, no, I didn't run 5 miles. Or we can say, yes, I ran 5 miles.
Okay.
You see the difference?
Yes.
Marielle, ask Jenny a question.
Jenny, what did you heard last night?
So here, what did you hear last night?
Heard. What did you hear last night?
I heard that my cousins are going to visit me.
I heard that my cousins are going to visit me. Yeah, that's great. Let's see, Jenny, ask Carla a question.
Carla, did you lose your keys again?
No, I didn't lose or lost, teacher.
You got it, lose, because we're using did there, right? So we don't need to change
Okay.
the verb.
Okay, I didn't lose my kids again.
Very good. Carla, ask Mariela a question.
Maria, did you see your mom yesterday?
I'm sorry, you can say again?
Did you see your mom yesterday?
No, I didn't saw my mom yesterday.
I didn't see my mom yesterday. So whenever we use the word did or did not, we will use the of the verb, right?
Yeah, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But then if we don't use did or did not, then we will use the simple past.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Marielle, ask Jenny a question.
Okay. How many miles? Oh, no, I have other one. How many steps did you roll last week?
Can you ask one more time, Marielle?
How many steps, escaleras,
Mhm.
did you roll? Subiste?
That's
That's
interesting.
correct.
You know, I don't think we use rows in that way. We would use the word climb probably. Like, how many steps did you climb yesterday or last week?
Okay.
Rows is usually kind of like levantar a little bit. So I would use rows more like that. Like levantó.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you say how many
Pesas? Or
how much weight?
Yeah.
No.
Then in that case, like, yeah, so levantar pesos, I would say like how much weight can you lift? And we would use the word lift in that case. So that's interesting. Rows is more about your body, like rising from your bed or rising from your chair, body getting up. Like, what time did you rise yesterday? I rose at 7 o'clock.
how is your example, teacher? What time?
What time did you rise yesterday? I rose.
Rise is saying to wake up.
It's kind of like levantarse. So not wake
Saying
up,
like
but get
wake
up.
up. Get up.
It's more like to get up, yeah. Because I can wake up at like 6:30, right? And I'm awake, but I'm still laying down in my bed. Rise is to get up.
Okay.
And I rose at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. Jenny, your turn, right?
Yes.
Ask Carla a question.
Carla, did you know the answer?
No,
Yes.
Jenny, I didn't know the answer.
Oh no! Gotta study more. Carla, ask Mariela a question.
Okay, Maria. Did you keep your old car?
Yes, I kept my car.
Good. Mariel, ask Jenny.
How many miles did you run yesterday?
Okay. I ran a half of mile yesterday in my
Very
house.
good. Very nice. Is that all 3 questions? Does anyone have any more?
Mm-hmm.
That's everything. Any questions about the simple past tense or asking questions in the past tense?
No.
No questions about this? You
No.
feel confident writing questions and writing answers in the past tense?
Yes.
Okay. I think this will be on the test probably.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
If I want to say, example like, Mariel, did you? I can use first her name and after did, or I have to use did at the first.
Can you give me your example, Carla?
Yeah, like I say, Jenny, did you clean your house yesterday? So I'm using her name first. I can do that, or I have to use did you clean?
Both make sense. So you can say, Jenny, did you clean your house yesterday? And you can also say, did you clean your house yesterday, Jenny? So you can start it with Jenny or you can end with Jenny in that example. You also
Okay.
because you're
Okay.
talking directly to her, right? So you can also just say, did you clean your house yesterday? So you have a few options there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Any other questions here? Shall we continue?
Yes.
Okay. So, Jenny, what did you eat last night?
Oh, I ate grilled chicken with arepas.
Ooh, that sounds good. Mariel, where did you go last weekend?
Oh, I never. I was going to my house.
Yeah, okay. How would we say that in the simple past?
I was going.
So was going is past continuous. What about just simple past? Yesterday I
go to the park last weekend.
So the past of go is went, right?
Okay.
Went to the park last weekend. Or we could even say, I went to my house. I didn't leave my house, right?
Yes.
Carla, did you read a good book recently?
Yes. I read a good book recently. You say recently?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Jenny, how many hours did you sleep last night?
I slept 9 hours last night.
Mm-hmm. Good. Mariel, did you have a good day yesterday?
Yes, I had a good day yesterday.
Nice. Very good. And so all of these are more irregular past tense verbs, right? So we have eat and ate, go, went, read, read, sleep, slept, have, and had. Yeah? Any questions on this page?
No.
Okay. Mariel, what is the past tense of take?
Took.
Carla, stand.
Which one?
Stand.
It's took.
Good. Jenny, write.
Wrote.
Mariel, lose.
Lose. Lost.
Carla, meet.
Met.
Jenny, find.
Found.
Very good. Questions here? Pronunciations, definitions, anything like that?
No.
So let's see. Carla, number 1.
I heard the lotus crash when I took my dog out for a walk this morning.
Nice. Marielle, number 2.
Margaret stood in line for almost an hour at the DMV last Monday.
Good. Jenny, number 3.
They wrote a letter of complaint to the manager after their experience at the restaurant last week.
Mm-hmm. Number 4, Carla.
Peter lost his tablet for the tablet. Peter lost his tablet for the second time this week.
Good. Marielle, number 5.
John and Rosa met online 6 months ago and got married last month.
Good, Marielle. Nice. Jenny,
Teacher,
number
I
6.
have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to wait?
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
No.
Okay. I have a question in the number 5 before the question you are doing right now.
Yeah.
And that say, do you have a good day yesterday? I have to say I had with a HAD or
Exactly.
have it.
No, you're right. I had. Like HAD.
Okay.
So I had a good
Okay.
day yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jenny, number 6.
My kids found a sick puppy in the park and brought it home.
Very nice. Good. Any questions here about irregular past tense? Questions about these sentences in general?
No. This morning I saw a woman walking a cat.
Oh, yeah?
A cat with
A leash?
Mhm.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, weird.
It is weird. I have tried to take my cat before. She hates it. She is not interested. She does not like it. Yeah.
But she go out by herself,
My
or she's always in your house.
She's always in my house. Yeah. She's
Oh.
always in my house. But sometimes when I open the door, she likes to run into the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I don't let her outside.
My
I
cat.
get too nervous.
Cat go out,
Mm-hmm.
and then she come here to the house.
Ah, okay. That's how, when I was young, when I was a child, I had a cat like that.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's look at some more verbs. Jenny, number 1 is catch. What is catch in the past tense?
I know this. Cat.
Caught. Very good. Marielle. Fall.
Fell.
Hmm. Carla, fly.
Flew.
Good. Jenny, give.
Gave.
Hmm. Marielle, grow.
Gray.
Grew.
Grew.
Grew. Mhm.
The pronunciation grew.
That's okay. Questions about these verbs?
No.
All right, so write sentences in the simple past using any of these verbs. So right now, again, like before, I want you to write 3 sentences, not questions, just sentences with any of the verbs here. And they all have to be in the past tense.
What is called in Spanish? Called.
¿Cachayó?
¿Cómo?
How do you say it? Jenny, help me. ¿Cómo se dice en español?
Atrapar.
Atrapar. Atrapó.
Atrapó.
Mm-hmm. Other questions? Okay, so 3 sentences in the past tense, and you can choose whichever verbs from this list, okay?
Okay.
When you're done, or if you have questions, let me know.
How many? 3?
Yeah, 3 of them. 3.
Finish.
How are we doing? Do we need more time?
Now we're ready.
Ready? Okay. Carla, do you want to start?
Yes.
Go for it.
I cow, you say the first, right? Catch.
Caught.
I caught, okay. I caught a cold last week.
Good. Go ahead and read all of them, Carla.
Okay. Peter flew from Denver to Seattle.
Good.
And my boyfriend gave me a pretty gift last weekend.
Nice. Yeah.
And I write one more. I grew up in El Salvador.
Say it one more time.
I grew up in El Salvador.
Good. Very nice. Marielle, read your sentences.
Yes. I gave a present to my husband last week. My flowers inside grew a lot over the winter.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law flew to Georgia last weekend.
Good. Very nice. Jenny, read yours.
My sentences are similar like Maria. Okay.
That's okay.
I caught the winner ball when I was playing kickball.
Say it one more time.
I caught the winner ball when I was playing kickball. Is that okay?
Yeah, I would say I caught the winning ball.
The winning.
Mhm. The winning ball.
Okay.
Okay.
I flew to Georgia last December.
Uh-huh.
My plant grew up in just 3 days.
Very good. I would just say my plant grew in just 3 days. Grew up, that expression is
Mhm.
specifically for children. When children grow into adults.
Mhm.
That is when we use grow up. Okay. Good. Any questions here about your sentences or about using irregular verbs in the past tense?
Why is winning and not the winner ball?
Because you did not win. This is a weird explanation, but you did not win until you caught the ball, right? And so you were winning when you caught the ball. Winner would be after it's already done in English.
Okay.
So it's kind of a strange explanation. The idea really, though, Jenny, is that it's just more common. That's really the explanation. It's more common. Other questions here? Okay. So, Carla, number 1.
I met her at my cousin's birthday party.
Good. Jenny, number 2.
We drove for 14 hours to visit our friend in Texas.
Marielle, number 3.
Jenny found $20 while we went hiking in Boulder.
Carla, number 4.
Last year when I went snowboarding, I fell and I broke my back.
Good. Jenny, number 5.
Marilyn was born in Florida, but she grew up in Boston.
Nice. Marielle, 6.
I forgot when our flight to California was, so we flew,
That's okay.
so we flew there 3 hours later than we were supposed to on a different airline.
Airline. Carla, number 7.
I can't believe her dad gave her a new Mercedes-Benz for her 16th birthday.
Very good. Jenny, number 8.
We went on a fishing trip and caught 10 fish.
Nice. Very good. Questions about these exercises? Everything's okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Jenny, did you catch a fish once?
Yes. When I was a child, I traveled to another city in Venezuela with my family, and we went to a lake in the mountains, and we were how do you say fishing?
Exactly. We were fishing.
We were fishing, and I caught a fish.
Okay.
And then
how did it feel?
Good, because it was very fun, and then we ate all those fish.
Yeah, nice. Good. Marielle, did you fall recently?
I don't
Oh,
remember.
no.
I don't remember, but no, I didn't fall recently.
Okay, that's good. Carla, did you fly anywhere last year?
It's number,
Number 3.
yes.
Did you fly anywhere last year? No, I didn't flew anywhere last year.
I didn't fly anywhere.
Yeah, fly. Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. Jenny, who gave you something for your last birthday?
Okay, my mom gave me something for my birthday. He gave it to my cousins, and they came in here to the United States for my birthday. And my ex-boyfriend,
Oh,
flowers and a cake and chocolate.
was he your ex-boyfriend at the time?
Yes. Now
Oh, he
he's
was. Interesting. Okay.
yeah.
Mariel, where did you grow up?
I grew up to Mexico City.
I grew up in Mexico City.
Grew up.
So I grew up in Mexico City. Carla, did you find anything unexpected in your car once?
No, I didn't find anything unexpected in my car.
Okay. Jenny, when did you meet your spouse?
Spouse's husband.
Yeah.
Never. I didn't meet, and I don't know how can I say. I met my husband last year. I don't have a husband.
Yeah, that's fine. So you can say, I don't have a husband, or just to practice, you can say,
I met my husband, my spouse in last year.
Yeah. Good. Mariel, where did you meet? Where did you meet your spouse?
We meet in Mexico City too.
We met in Mexico City.
It's in past, right?
Right. Yep. So we met in Mexico City.
We met in Mexico City.
You got it. Questions here about the past tense. So as you'll notice, lots and lots of past tense on the test.
Yeah, I know.
So that would be, my recommendation is really to focus on past tense as you're studying. We have a few more questions, so let's see if we can finish these questions quick. Let's see, Jenny, did you grow up in Colorado?
Did you what?
Did you grow up in Colorado?
No, I didn't grow up in Colorado. I grew up in Venezuela.
Very good. Mariel, did you celebrate Halloween last year?
Yeah. No, I don't celebrate Halloween last year.
No, I
Didn't.
there you go. Good.
Yes. No,
Carla, you got it. Carla, did you watch TV yesterday?
Yes, I watched TV yesterday.
Good. Yes, I watched TV.
Watched TV yesterday.
Good. Jenny, did you learn English back home?
What does it mean back home?
Back home is como tu patria. In tu patria.
Oh, yes, I learned English back home. Yes.
Good. Mariel, did you see your family last week?
No, I didn't see my family last week.
Carla, did you go to the mall last month? Carla.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So number 14, did you go to the mall last month?
No, I didn't go to the mall last month.
Jenny, did your children behave in school last year?
Yes, my children behave. I don't know that
Regular. Behaved.
it's regular.
Yep. So ed ending.
Okay. Yes, my children behaved in school last year.
Very good. Marielle, did you do something special for your birthday? Sorry, for your last birthday?
Yes, my parents were here, so we celebrate my last birthday with a party.
Very nice.
in
So
my
we
house
celebrated. We celebrated.
with a party.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, at the house.
Nice. Carla, did you catch the Super Bowl?
No, I didn't catch the Super Bowl.
Very good. And last one, Jenny, did you call, or I'm sorry, did your parents call you recently?
Yes, my father called me at Saturday. Last
Yeah.
Saturday.
Last Saturday. I like that. Yeah, my parents called me last Saturday. Very good. Any questions here before we finish tonight?
No.
We need practice.
So this test, this whole level really is all about the past tense, right? So let's just look at these verbs and find out what they are in the past tense. These are irregular verbs in the past tense. So Laura, study. What is study in the past tense?
Studied.
It is studied. Can you spell it?
STUD. I. No.
You got it.
Yeah. IED.
Very good. And so that one is irregular because really it is the same as just ed at the end, right? It's irregular because of the spelling change. That's why. Jenny, C.
So
Very good.
S-A.
Oh, you were ready. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Spell it.
S-A-W.
Exactly. Good. Laura, eat.
ATE.
8.
ATE.
You got it. Angie spelled it. Yeah, it was good. Jenny, go.
Went.
Laura, read.
Read. Read it.
Read.
Read.
So what's
Oh yeah, it's the same
interesting-
word. Yeah, I forgot it.
Exactly. So it's spelled the exact same way. It's just the pronunciation changes in the past tense. Jenny, sleep.
Leapt.
Good. And Laura, have.
Had.
Very nice. Any questions about these verbs in the past tense?
No.
No.
No, no questions. Hi, Maru. How are you?
Hi, Abby. How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Oh my goodness, super despeinada.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sorry, guys. I just want to let you know, I can continue to these English classes, and I just want to say thank you, everyone, and say goodbye and take care in these difficult times for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Care.
Thank you so much, Maru. I'm glad that I got to say goodbye to you, and I'm glad you were my student. You have my number, you have my email, so if you need anything, let me know, okay?
Thank you, Abby. See you guys. I hope.
Bye. Take care.
Bye, Maru. Thank you. Okay, so any questions about these verbs before we continue?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so there are a lot of irregular verbs in English. It's true. There are a lot. And one of the best ways to learn them is to memorize them. For some people, flashcards really work. For other people, writing sentences using these words is really helpful. So if you find different words in the past tense that are hard for you to remember, find a way that works for you to study them. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so we can ask questions in the past tense by saying did plus the subject and then whatever verb, right?
Mhm.
But when we do that, we use the infinitive of the verb. So it's just, did you study yesterday? Did you see a movie yesterday? Did you eat food last weekend? Something like that, right? And that's
Just for question, right?
this is just for questions. That's right.
Okay.
And that's because the word did is already in the past tense. Yeah?
Okay.
For answers in the past tense, I'll keep on this page for a moment. For answers, we then use the past tense if it's the positive form, right? Yes, I studied yesterday. Yes, I saw a movie last weekend. Yes, I ate breakfast this morning. So with those, we just use the past tense of the verb. With the negative form, we use did not, right? And so it goes back. We go back to using just the base of the verb. So no, I did not study. No, I did not see a movie. I did not eat breakfast. Make sense?
Yes.
Very similar to the present tense. Now we're just using did instead of do or does. So right now we're just using the simple past tense for these verbs. So let's fill in the blanks and read the whole sentence. Jenny, will you do number 1?
I think I heard a bear in the backyard.
Very good. Laura, number 2.
I can believe that my son kept that giant, what do you say, giant?
Giant.
Giant rock. He found, what is the next word?
In Wyoming.
He found in Wyoming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Jenny, number 3.
He knew how to speak English a few years ago, but he stopped studying.
Laura, number 4.
Lisa lost her ID, so now she can come out and party with us.
Good. Jenny, number 5.
My grandma rose so slowly from the chair, I thought she was going to fall.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Laura, number 6.
We ran from our house to Jerry's house in 40 minutes.
Good. Jenny, 7.
Lawrence and Nancy saw that new Halloween movie last week, and they said it was bad.
Good. Last one, Laura.
Our friend Jake wanted to move to Thailand, so he sold all of his stuff and left.
Very good. Questions about any of these?
No.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Let's review adverbs. So adverbs are words that describe how actions are done. Usually it's how something is happening, how the verb is acting, right? So you can make regular adverbs by adding ly to an adjective. So just to review, adjectives describe nouns. Adverbs describe everything else. Okay? So we have slow and slowly. So maybe we can say the turtle was slow. And slow is describing turtle. Slow is describing a noun, right? We can say this turtle walked slowly. And now slowly is the way he walked, describing the action. Does that make sense? ly in English is very similar to mente in Spanish. So far?
Like lentamente,
Exactly.
that you mean? Okay.
Right. So we have
Slowly.
lento, which would be like slow, and then lentamente, which is
Okay.
slowly.
I have
Yeah?
a question.
Yes, please.
This is for. Uh, I thought it was for like more something, like more slow. No, it's not.
No, not necessarily. I think you're thinking of ER, Jenny, when it's like slower, slowest. Those describe that it's more. But slowly just changes the grammar.
Okay.
Yeah? So here we have slowly, quietly, loudly, carefully, peacefully. Laura, will you read the first example?
Yes. She walked slowly to the car.
Good. Jenny.
The children played happily in the playground.
Good. Laura.
He ran quickly because he was late for work.
Good. Jenny.
She slept peacefully last night because she was so tired.
Very good. And so if we look at all of these examples, we can see that the words ending in ly are describing the actions. They're describing the verbs. Walked slowly, played happily, ran quickly, slept peacefully. Questions so far about adverbs?
No.
Make sense?
Yes. Looks easy.
Looks easy? Okay, that's we'll find out. I hope so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Third.
These are irregular adverbs. So most adverbs end in ly. These ones do not. Here we have hard, fast,
Fast.
well, early, and late. Early is interesting because early actually does end in ly, but there's not another word. We don't have the word without ly. It doesn't exist, right? So here are some more examples. Let's see. Laura, can you read the first one?
Yes. Barry Bonds swings his bat hard every time.
Very good. Jenny.
Usain Bolt runs really fast.
Good. Laura.
My students speak English well.
Very good. So this is a very common one in English that's interesting. One of the first things we learn is, hi, how are you? I am good, right? But with grammar, it should be I am well, because we're describing the verb, we're describing the action. So for proper grammar, the answer to that question is I am well, not I am good. It's the way people speak, it's more common.
I am well.
Right? Yeah, I am well.
This adverb doesn't change.
Say that again.
This adverb doesn't change. Hard, fast, well, early, late.
Right. There's no change for them. The way they're irregular, and so they are adverbs already.
And this, I don't know, but sounds like a adjective more.
So, well, so let's look at the sentence. If we look at like the examples, where it says Barry Bonds swings his bat hard, what is hard describing?
The action.
The action, swinging, right?
Yeah, swings.
Yeah. And so for that reason, it's an adverb, not an adjective. Now I can say something like, I don't know, my phone is very hard, right? And now hard is an adjective because it's describing the noun. So that's what's interesting about these is that they can be both. It just depends on how we're using them in the sentence.
We need to pay attention on these adverbs.
Yeah, and I think just specifically these irregular adverbs, just remember we don't need to put ly at the end. They already are adverbs. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's try it. We have our list of adverbs at the right. We're just going to fill in the blank. Jenny, do number 1.
He's always in a hurry. He walks very fast.
Good. Number 2, Laura.
She's never in a hurry. She walks very slowly.
Excellent. Jenny.
I didn't want to wake anyone up, so I came in very quietly.
Excellent. Laura, number 4.
The plane arrived early. No, the plane arrived late. My family was waiting at the airport for 3 hours.
Very good. Nice. Jenny.
She doesn't want to break the new dishes. She washed She washed them very carefully.
Good. Laura, number 6.
I can't sleep because my roommate is talking on the phone very loudly.
Loudly. Good. Jenny.
The class starts at 6:30, but some students get there at 6. They go early.
Early. Yeah. Laura, last one.
Sorry, the driving test was no problem. I passed it easily.
Good. So I passed
I
it
passed
easily.
it. I passed it easily.
Good. Very nice. Questions on this page?
No.
Jenny, any questions?
No.
Okay. Let's review should and should not. So again, should in English is really to show a suggestion. It's kind of like debería, right? So you have to decide when you fill in the blank, is it should or should not? Laura, number 1.
Sam thinks that I should call him, but I think that he shouldn't. No, he should call me.
Exactly. So Sam thinks I should call him, but I think Sam should call me, right? Jenny, number 2.
Do you think the plumber should come over to fix the thing this week?
Very good. Laura.
I shouldn't stay up so late because it will make me cranky tomorrow.
Very good.
Cranky.
Cranky.
What is
Cranky is another way to say gruñón.
Oh.
Yeah, cranky. We have grumpy and cranky, and they really mean the same thing. And right here, great example. We can say I should not, or we can say I shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
And both are the same. So it's your decision.
Okay.
Jenny, number 4.
If she needs me help, tell her she should speak to me directly.
Good. So if she needs my help, tell her she should speak directly.
Needs my help.
Yeah. Laura, number 5.
My husband thinks I should go fishing with him more, but I hate fishing.
Good. Jenny, number 6.
You should listen to your mom more often. She's always right.
Good. Last one, Laura.
I should not go out with him anymore. He's not a good guy.
Very good. And again, we can also say I shouldn't go out with him.
I shouldn't.
Both are fine. Good. Questions about should and should not?
No.
Okay. So right now for practice, I want you to write 3 sentences And so for each sentence, here's what I want. The first sentence, should as an obligation. So for example, you should exercise every day. I should take my vitamins in the morning. Something that is an obligation, right?
Okay.
You should to express a possibility when preceding the subject. So let me think about what that would mean exactly. I wonder if they have examples. They don't. Okay. So might need to go back through my notes to find an example of that one. But the third one, should in the negative form. We can do the first one and the third one.
Mhm.
And while you work on those, let me find an example of should to express possibility when preceding the subject. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I will be here. I just won't be here, if that makes
Okay.
sense. But I'm here if you need me. Okay, so I remember now what the second one is, where it says should to express possibility when preceding the subject. Part of why I forgot about it is because it's not something that we do with American English very common. It's much more common British English or European English. So this is the idea of saying like, should you have any questions, please let me know. Or should you need my help, please ask for it. In English, we don't use should in this way. We usually use the word if. We would say, if you have any questions, let me know. If you need help, ask for it. Something like that. But that is the idea for the second one. So go ahead and try it, see how it feels, and then let me know when you're ready, and we'll talk about your sentences.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Sense?
Me too.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Laura, do you want to go first?
Laura or Jenny?
Either
Give me
one.
1 second.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just one, right?
So one for each of them. So one for obligation, one to express possibility when preceding the subject, and then one for should in the negative form. So 3 sentences total.
Okay.
Ready?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, no problem. Take your time.
I can read now.
Perfect. Yeah, Jenny, go ahead.
You should help your mom to wash the dishes.
Yeah, I would say you should help your mom wash the dishes.
Not to.
No, because your mom is washing the dishes. You or really it's what you should do. It's confusing. Let me think about why. You should help.
Or washing the dishes.
I would just say wash the dishes. You should help your mom wash the dishes. Because what we could do theoretically in that sentence is we could take out your mom and it would just say you should help wash the dishes. Right?
Mm.
And I
Okay.
believe, Jenny, the reason that it's strange, it's because of the verb help.
Mm.
Because with other verbs, we would say to. I see what you mean. Normally, we do say to when there's 2 verbs together, right? But here, I think the verb help is unique.
Okay.
That's why. Yeah. But good.
I have
Next
a
one.
question on the second. Should to express a possibility. What it means with a
Yeah. So this is what I was explaining before. And let me go ahead and type the example because I think it'll make more sense if you can see it. So in British English, we would say something like, should you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. But in American English, it's actually more common to use the word if instead of should. We would say, if you have any questions, questions. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. And so to me, in my opinion, even though it's good to know this, because you both live in the United States, it's just not as common in the United States. So really, in my opinion, it's more common to use if, but it's good to know that this exists. So that is the idea with should to express a possibility. Because it's possible, right? Maybe you will have questions and concerns. Maybe you will not. I don't know. It's possible. And so that's why I would say should or if.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, but I can't find any expression like the example.
Can you think of an expression that you would use the word if for?
I don't know. I'm usually use the word if for a lot, but
Yeah. Give me one example.
I have, for example, should you need money, just ask me.
Yeah.
okay.
Should you need money? Just ask me. Same idea.
If you need money.
Money, just ask me. So a lot of times we can use should in this context the same way we would use the word if. Yeah. Like if, should you want to do well on the test, you should study. Ooh, that's interesting, right? So if you want to do well on the test, you should study. Same idea.
Okay.
And again, Laura, that one's not as common in the United States, so don't worry too much about that one.
Okay.
Okay. Jenny, do you have any more?
Yes, one more. You shouldn't go out in this time.
Yeah. Let me think. You shouldn't go out in this time. In this time makes sense. I think it would make a little bit more sense to say during. So you shouldn't go out during this time. Any questions, Jenny?
No.
Those are good. Laura, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, let's do it. Let's hear them.
Okay. The first one, mm, you should be a good person.
Yeah, absolutely.
The second, should you have problems with the homework, call me. Just call me.
Perfect. That's great. Yeah.
And the last one, I shouldn't stay at home. I need to go to the school. I need to go to the school, or I need to go to the school.
I need to go to the school.
Okay.
Very good. Any questions from you?
No.
All right, awesome. Nice work. So here we have some other forms of adverbs. These are frequency adverbs, right? So these are adverbs that tell us how often something happens. Never, rarely, seldom, occasionally, sometimes, generally, frequently, often, usually, always. So we're going to add frequency adverbs to these sentences to give them more detail and then tell us how often you do it. So for example, for number one, I can say, Deborah visits her grandmother. So, Deborah visits her grandmother occasionally, right? So we're just adding a little bit of detail here. And then if I'm answering for myself, I would say, I never visit my grandmother because my grandmother is dead, right? So that's what we're doing. We're going to add detail and then we'll answer for ourselves. Questions about this exercise?
But the word is in different place.
Correct.
Sometimes at the start of the sentence, all depends of the word, right?
Right, exactly. So some of them can be at the start or at the end. Some of them we need to put between the subject and the verb, right? So words like never and always, those we like to put between the subject and the verb. Like, I always visit my grandmother. I never visit my grandmother, right?
What do you mean seldom?
Sorry?
What do you mean seldom?
Seldom is like rarely.
Oh, okay.
Same idea, yeah. But with the other words, we can put them at the beginning or at the end most of the time. Like, sometimes I visit my grandmother. I visit my grandmother sometimes, right? So it depends on the words. Are there words that you have questions about specifically?
No.
Let's go through and just practice, and we'll talk about them as we're practicing. Yeah?
Okay.
Jenny, can you do number 2?
Ellen gets low grades on his tests. Wait. Ellen generally gets low grades on his tests.
Very good. And so generally, usually, rarely, those are all examples where it's very good to put it between the subject and the verb. Yeah? So Alan generally gets low grades on his tests. What about you, Jenny?
Laura.
No, I'm still talking to you. I'm still talking to you about number 2. So Alan generally gets good low grades on his tests. What about you?
Well, I generally get, what is the opposite of low?
High.
High grades on my tests.
Very good. Very nice. All right, Lara, number 3.
Okay. Leonardo studies frequently in the library.
Good. And so we can do that too. We can put it after the verb, right? Leonardo studies frequently in the library. That works. What about you, Lara?
I'm not studies frequently in the library.
So I don't study
I don't.
frequently in the library. Jenny, number 4.
Does Marian usually go to rock concerts?
Very nice. And what about you, Jenny? Do you usually go to rock concerts?
I wish.
You wish? Yeah. Me too. I understand. Lara, number 5.
Okay. Chris. Usually, Chris and Joe have watched a baseball game on television.
Mm-hmm. So what's interesting about this one is we have the phrase have watched. And so that means it already happened, right?
Mhm.
So what word would make sense with that idea? Do they have it here? I'm wondering.
Mm,
Listen to-
what it means have on this case, because I think just watch or had watch, no?
Have watched is okay. Have watched is present perfect. With this form, which we have not talked about very much, we would put the frequency adverb between have and watched. So we could say Chris and Joe have often watched a baseball game on television. Or Chris and Joe have recently watched. Chris and Joe have occasionally watched. Chris and Joe have rarely watched. Chris and Joe have never watched. So again, this one's a little bit confusing because we haven't talked about it. But with present perfect, we have and then the past tense. And so it makes the most sense to put our frequency adverb between those two. Does that make sense?
Can we only use the word watch without have?
No, this is because we can also say Chris and Joe watched a baseball game on television. And that's fine. This is just a different structure.
Okay.
It's kind of like saying Chris y Joe ha visto un partido de béisbol en la televisión.
Okay.
So it's that form instead of saying like vistaban or miraban or something like that. We would say like I can't. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
That's that form.
Okay.
What about you, Lara?
No, I never
I have never.
have watched a baseball game on television.
Mm-hmm. So again, we have to put the frequency adverb between have and watched. So I have never watched.
I have never.
I have never.
Okay.
Jenny, number 6.
My friends and I always go shopping together.
Good. Very nice. And that one, I guess, is about you, right?
No.
We can't really change that. Lara, number 7.
Okay. I never. No. I never don't see you anymore.
So this is interesting. This is where English gets a little weird, in my opinion. So don't is negative, right? Never is also negative.
Negative.
And in English, we don't really like double negatives. So if you're going to use the word never here, I would use it instead of the word don't because they're both negative and we usually just...
I never see you anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's another one that's an I, so that's about you. So let's move on. Number 8, Jenny.
Sometimes Sandy and her husband eat dinner at a restaurant.
Very nice. Yeah. So sometimes Sandy and her husband eat dinner at a restaurant. Good. Questions about frequency adverbs or any of these sentences?
Oh.
It makes sense?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, more review, obviously. Let's review prepositions. So we have in versus on.
Versus on.
Yeah. So to review in, we use in for location to show that something is positioned inside something else, right? The towels are in the dryer. I am in my apartment. Yeah. My cat is sleeping in her bed. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
We use in for months and seasons. So the flower garden is beautiful in the summer. Right now we are in April. I can't believe it. It's April somehow. My birthday is in July, that kind of thing. Third way we use in is for location within countries, cities, and states. And I like to change this. I think of this as location within a geographical boundary or a border of some sort, right? So that could be neighborhood. So I live in the Hale neighborhood. The Hale neighborhood is in Denver. Denver is in Colorado. Colorado is in the United States. Yeah? So again, any kind of geographic border. Here it says she goes to school in Fort Collins. Number 4, the year of occurrence. So if you're talking about just the year, not the full date, just the year, we'll use in. We got married in 2003. I was born in 1989, that kind of thing. And number 5, points in the day. We left in the afternoon. I work in the morning. We're going to a movie in the evening. The only one that is different is at night. We don't say in night, we say at night. About in.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
On. So for on, the first way that we use it is for surfaces. So if something is on top of something else, yeah? The cup is on the table. My laptop is on my lap. We use on for a date or a day. So this is where it's different. If it's just the year, we use in. But if we have the day or the full date, then we use on. So I work on the weekend. My birthday is on July 8th. We have class on Mondays and Wednesdays. Yeah. Number 3, by way of. So this is often for communication or for technology. So we talk on the phone every day. I saw it on the television yesterday. Yeah. Oh, we searched for it on Google. That kind of thing. Number 4, directional position. So we can say on the left, on the right. Yeah. The restroom is the first door on the left. My building is on the right side of the street. Number 5 is transportation. And this is really specifically for public transportation or big transportation. I always get sick on planes. I get on the bus at 12th in Colorado, something like that. And finally, subject. This is where the word on and the word about can be interchanged. So for this example, we can say, I have a good book on horses I could lend you. It's the exact same as saying, I have a good book about horses I could lend you. Questions here about on?
No.
It's okay?
Yeah.
All right. So let's try it. Lara, number 1. You have to decide, is it in or on?
Okay. Can I put my wallet in your purse? What do you mean purse?
Purse como bolsa.
Bolsa.
Bolsita donde mi carrera está.
O como donde está dentro la bolsa, sí, donde va
Yeah.
la wallet, okay.
Yeah, purse.
Purse.
Number 2, Jenny.
I left my jacket on the table at home and now I am cold.
Good. Number 3, Lara.
I studied Spanish in Bogota, Colombia in 2008.
Very good. Jenny.
I was in my car when I saw the thunderstorms and lightning.
Mm-hmm. Lara, number 5.
My friends often party on the weekends, but I have to work on Fridays and Saturdays.
Good. Jenny, number 6.
The weather in the fall is the best. Not too hot and not too cold.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Here is
Lara,
very,
number 6. Say that again.
here is very cold.
In the fall?
Yeah, it's cold.
I'm from here. So for me, I'm like, no, it's not cold. Probably. It probably is cold here in the fall. That makes sense. Yeah. Let's see. Lara, number 7.
My old roommate is a supermodel and she is in every magazine this month.
Now, this is interesting. So I'm going to talk about number 7 for just a moment. We can say that, and that's perfect, right? My old roommate is a supermodel, and she's in every magazine. And so that is the idea. I don't think I have a book next to me. I don't. Yeah, I do. Okay. So that is the idea of if she's in the magazine, when we open the magazine, she's on these pages on the inside. Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
But we could also say, my old roommate is a supermodel and she is on every magazine this month. And so on would mean like on the cover, on the front of the magazine.
Oh, okay.
And so that is the difference. Both really make sense. It just depends on what you're talking about.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Jenny, number 8.
The garbage truck normally comes on Mondays in the morning. In the morning. What? Hello?
se frició.
Mhm.
Right.
Veremos a ver.
A ver si se conecta. Si no se acaba la clase,
No creo.
¿no? ¿Dónde están los demás?
No sé, pero por lo general somos solamente 2 o 3 en la clase en online.
Mm.
Sí. ¿Se fue la profesora?
Sí. A ver si vuelve otra vez a entrar.
¿Qué fue lo que dijo Maru? Yo pensé que ella estaba diciendo que no iba a volverse a inscribir, pero dijo que ya no iba a haber más clases y ya y se fue.
Ujú, sí, es lo que dijo, pero ¿a ti cuándo se te acaba?
En marzo.
¿En marzo?
Pues a mí no, bueno, realmente ya.
O sea que vas a acabar este level nomás, ¿no?
Sí, aunque se supone que era hasta a hoy, pues, no sé, la verdad es que no me han dicho nada.
Pues yo creo hasta que terminemos este nivel, ¿no?
Sí, se supone que íbamos a ver un examen. Ahorita le voy a preguntar a la profesora porque no, como he perdido ya la noción de los días y de todo.
Me imagino.
Porque
¿Estás
ella dijo,
trabajando?
no, ¿y tú?
¿No? Mi compañía sí está trabajando, pero yo por lo del accidente que tuve, no.
Ah, sí. ¿Y cómo sigue?
Bien, yo estoy bien, nada más que pues no puedo volver al trabajo
Mm,
por la situación de que me piden unas cartas de un médico, pero está todo cerrado. O sea, no hay citas, no hay nada. Ahí ya volvió.
¿Sí?
Yes.
Hi, sorry. I don't know what happened. That happened to me yesterday too. I'm like, why is my computer not working? Give me a minute here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny because you'll be talking and then all of a sudden it's just frozen. And I'm like,
Really?
yeah, it's so weird. Okay, let me get us back.
Waiting.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we're able to still have classes. But there's just moments where I'm like, technology is so frustrating, you know? Okay, so I think we were talking about number 8, probably.
Yeah.
Danny,
On
can you
Monday,
do number 8 again? I'm sorry.
the garbage truck normally comes on Mondays in the morning.
Good.
I
Laura,
think,
number 9.
I think we have another option, and Mondays by the morning. Is it's possible?
So on Mondays by the morning?
Uh-huh.
No, you know, by is more so like we would use for like next to. Like my computer is by the TV. Yeah. So it's like al lado de something. But in this case with time, we don't use by in that way. It just doesn't make sense.
Because I heard sometimes this sounds this word by the morning, by the noon.
Sometimes I wonder if this is what you're talking about. We have a phrase where it's like, oh, I'll come by in the morning. And that means like I will come to your house for a moment in the morning.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you can drop by in the afternoon. And so that means, you can stop at my house for a moment. Maybe
By the
that's
morning.
where you heard by. Because it would still be in the morning, but we can say bye before it. I don't know. Laura, if you hear it again, write down the example and let me know and we can talk about it.
What do you mean?
Like if you hear someone use it, write down the example and show me so that we can talk about it. Because that's the only example I can think of where it makes sense.
Okay, but are you talking about the example by the morning, right?
Yeah, for by the morning. Like, do you have an example?
I can't remember, but I just heard something that people say, "Oh, by the morning," or when can I pick up the the things or something? Oh, by the morning.
Yeah, in those examples, I think we would always use in the morning. But again, like there are different phrases where we use by, so it's possible you were hearing one of those. So yeah, let me know if you hear it again. Let's talk about it. But for now, I think in the morning is the most common. I've never
Okay.
heard by the morning in that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Lucy's wedding is on March at the church on the right side of 9th Avenue.
Good. So March is a month. What do we use? In or
March.
on? There we go.
In
So this
March.
is in March. On the right side of 9th Avenue. Last one, Jenny.
Can you recommend a good book on English grammar?
Very nice. Good. Any questions about in versus on?
No.
Teacher, I have a question, not about this. When does this level finish?
So we will take the test on Monday,
Mhm.
and then we will be on the next level next Wednesday.
Okay, so no.
So at the end of next week, like we will be done with this level. Next Wednesday, we'll be done with this level.
Okay, because I just had 3 months, I think January, February, March, and I
Okay.
think my classes finish in Wednesday.
Okay. Wednesday next week or this week?
Next week. I don't know because so I have to take the test, but I can take class on Wednesday next week or just Monday.
I don't know. That is a question for David.
Okay.
Francis. So I would call David and see what he says. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Call David and ask him and then let me know what makes sense.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any other questions about in and on?
No.
No.
No? All right. So now we have more options. We have in and on, but we also have at, from, and to. So you have to decide. Oh, and we also have of. I'm sorry, of. So you have to decide what preposition makes the most sense in each situation. Okay? Laura, number one?
I have to work early in the morning, so I'm going to bed early tonight.
Very good. Jenny, number two.
I have class on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Good. Laura, number three.
She was born on November 28, 2008.
Good. Jenny.
She was born in 1000.
1980.
1980.
1980. I mean, if you say 1980, people will not understand, unfortunately, because we just don't talk about years that way. So before the year 2000, we would just break it into two things. So it's like 1980, 1920,
2020.
1865, something like that. And then we get to the year 2000 and everything gets changed. But for years before the year 2000, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Lara, number five.
I will see you at 5:30 on Saturday in the club.
Nice. Good, Lara. We can say at the club or in the club. Both work. If I say in the club, that means that we are meeting inside, right? If I say at the club, that means we're meeting outside. That's the difference.
Okay.
Okay. Jenny, number six.
We have class from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
Very good. Perfect. Lara, number seven.
Christmas is in December.
Jenny?
My husband works at night.
Good. Lara?
My son comes home from school in the afternoon.
Last one, Jenny.
We always eat dinner together in the evening.
Ooh, I don't know why that went. Good. Very nice. Questions about prepositions?
No.
No.
So far, it feels like you're both on top of it. Feels like you both know what's going on. All right. So for this one, we just have from or of. So you have to decide, are we using from or of? Jenny, number one.
I gave her my biology notebook with all of my notes from that class.
Very good. Lara, number two.
I could never run from my house to the park like you.
Good. Jenny.
If you don't need to take time of work to take time off work, my boyfriend can pick me up from the airport.
Yeah, exactly. Lara, number four.
We gave our neighbor a big box of useful gardening tools for Christmas.
Good. Jenny.
Elena is from Russia, but she's from Spanish descent? Of
She is
Spanish.
of Spanish descent. So she's from Russia because that's where she was born or that's where she lived, right?
Mhm.
But she is of Spanish descent, of meaning that's her heritage, right?
Mhm.
Laura, number 6.
My brother Jack was a man of wise words, but unfortunately, he died from cancer at a young age.
You know, I think it's interesting because I've heard both, Laura. I've heard he died of cancer, he died from cancer. I have heard both. I think it's a little bit more common when we talk about illness to use of, but I hear people use both, honestly.
Okay.
Jenny, number 7.
I bought this motorcycle for my classmate because he wanted to get rid of it.
Rid of it.
Rid
So
of.
rid of it is like throw it away, make it gone.
Rid.
Any questions here?
No.
No?
No, I don't
All
think so.
right. More prepositions. Laura, number 1.
We can meet you at 8 a.m. to discuss the wedding plans.
Good. Jenny.
Mary and I were both born on January 15, 1987.
Laura.
My neighbor is of France and he has the best accent.
So here we're going to use the word from.
From,
Because that's
yeah.
like LSD,
France.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
Jenny, number 4.
I work at 10 a.m. No, I work from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Very good. Nice. Lara, number 5.
There is a Starbucks of the Target on 89th Avenue.
So where is the Starbucks, Lara?
On the Target.
Is it on it? It's on the store?
No, in the Target.
There we go. Yeah. In the Target. Jenny, number 6.
I need someone to explain the homework. To me.
To me. Very good. Lara, number 7.
My cousin gave me a big box of chocolates from Germany.
Good. Very nice. Jenny, number 8.
Marcus was born in 1992.
Good. Lara.
My friend from work lives on York Street.
Good. Very nice. Jenny, last one.
We used to run from the school to the park.
Good. Questions about prepositions here?
I'm still confused about on and at in direction.
Which number are you talking about?
For example, lives on York Street. Can I say at York Street?
No. And here's why. When we just have the name of the street, we use on. And so that's the only information we have, right? If we have the full address, then we can use at. So I can say, oh, my friend from work lives at 1232 York Street. Because now I have the full address.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
Other questions here?
No.
No?
Mm.
Okay. All right, so demonstrative adjectives are words like that, these, this, those. Yeah?
Mhm.
So make a complete sentence using the 4 demonstrative adjectives. What I want you to do is write a sentence for each. So write one sentence using this, one sentence using that, one sentence using these, and one sentence using those. And then we'll talk about them. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay. And then when you're done, tell me and we'll talk.
Okay. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
One sentence of each one, right?
For each word, exactly. Yep.
Okay. This car is beautiful.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
This car is beautiful.
Yeah, good.
This. Those horses run pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
That pencil is mine.
Good.
These shoes are dirty.
These shoes are
These
dirty.
are
Mhm.
dirty.
Yeah, good. Jenny, how are you doing?
Good, I think.
You ready?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Did you hear this song?
I would use a different form for that. I would say, have you heard this song?
Have you heard? Heard.
Mhm. Have you heard this song?
It's past present perfect.
It is, yeah, it's present perfect.
Okay. I like that kind of movie.
Good.
I'm going to wash these shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those dogs.
Very good. Excellent. Questions about this, that, these, those?
No.
No.
We understand the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. Fill in the blanks. We're doing WH and how questions. So what, where, when, how, why, who, etc. So you have to decide which one is the most appropriate word for the question.
Okay.
Jenny, number 1.
Where do you work? I work in Denver.
Mm-hmm. Laura.
What do you like to work there?
Does what make sense in this context? What do you like to work there?
No.
I think it's more
Why?
like
Why did you like to work there?
There you go. Why do you like to
Why?
work there? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you
Jenny.
can say also, how do you like to work there?
It would be more common to say, how do you like working there? That would be the question. But here, because it says to work, really why is the only one that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you get to work?
Good. Laura.
What do you do?
Exactly. What do you do?
What do you do?
Mm-hmm. Jenny?
When do you eat lunch?
Good. When do you eat lunch at work? We could also say, why do you eat lunch at work? That's a little weird. Where do you eat lunch at work? So there's a few. Some of them have more than one answer, but when is great. When do you eat lunch at work? Laura.
Who do you work with?
Excellent. And finally, Jenny.
When do you get off work?
Precisely. Very good. Any questions here?
No.
Like I said, some of them will have more than one answer, and that's fine. As long as your answer makes sense, I will count it correct. Okay? All right. Laura, what is your last name?
Treviso?
Jenny, who is your spouse?
I don't have a spouse.
Good. Laura, when is your English class?
My English class is on Monday and Wednesday.
Exactly. Very good. Jenny, how did you hear about the language school?
I heard about the English school, about the language school on the internet.
Yeah, good. Laura, where is your class?
My class is at home.
Yeah, my class is at home. Exactly. My class is on my computer.
On my computer.
Yeah. Jenny, why do you want to learn English?
Because I want to make friends and improve my work. My work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. Laura, where do you work?
I work at construction.
Mm-hmm. I would say I work in construction.
Oh, in construction.
Mm-hmm.
At the school.
There you go. Yeah, at is more like the location. Good. Questions about WH and how questions?
No.
All right. Let's review offers, invitations, and excuses. So let's practice inviting one another to events or offering them something. So how do you accept or decline these invitations and offers? So it's up to each of you. I want you both to decide right now in your mind an event or a party or a gift, something that you want to give to the other person, and then we will talk about it. Does that make sense? So we're going to play. We're just going to imagine this situation.
Okay.
Questions about that?
No. We need to write it in the book or just
we'll
thinking?
Just talk about it. Just thinking
okay.
and talking. Yeah.
Okay.
So Laura, do you have an idea?
Yes.
So I want you to talk to Jenny about it. And Jenny, you can decide if you want to accept Laura's offer or Laura's invitation, or if you want to decline and say no.
Okay. Jenny, would you like go to the movies?
Yeah, Yeah. Would you like to go to the movies?
To go to the movies.
When?
Maybe in 1 month.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I would like to go to the movie. Go anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Oh gosh. Very good. I know. This is a kind of sad exercise right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was good though. Very nice.
Uh,
All right, Jenny, do you have an idea for Laura that you want to offer or to invite?
Laura, would you like to watch movies at the same time with me, but in your house?